Welcome to Nerds of the Round Table, where our superpower is aim. Shoutouts to Yum Yalak because his favorite Avenger is Hawkeye. I am Snails, my IG is Snails Marvel, and I am here with King Tut.
Yo, step into the tomb because it's King Tut stepping on your grave. Yeah, because it's getting real dirty in this mother. Yeah, you can bleep that. It's okay. But we get into the real important shots, the scopes, the snipers, and the falls of Hawkeye. And we got some newbies joining the podcast with us today. We got Gilly the Cat.
Yo, it's your boy Gilly the Cat, the one and only.
And we got Skaginator.
Hey, what's going on?
I have had sign language as a class ever since I was in elementary school, and in like every school I've gone to. And I appreciate how much they have like gone into the deep dive of like appreciating the characters that are deaf. You know, with Makari, and now we got Echo and Clint, and Jeremy Renner even learned sign language before he was given the task to actually learn sign language for the role. Learned it himself to welcome her to the studio.
Yeah, what that said, I saw.
Hold up, is she deaf in real life? I didn't know this.
Yeah, really
Oh,
does.
she is. Okay.
Yeah.
That was mind blowing to me too. But I saw a meme and it said, Marvel surely knows how to contribute to the hearing societies. They have a deaf actress Echo, partial deaf hero Clint, a tone deaf Kate Bishop. I'm like, oh, that's bogus.
And I like how it kind of showed us, like, I think she's got, like, extra little senses, too, because, like, you know how, like, Makari was, like, I could feel the vibrations? I feel like she was feeling the speaker not only to feel the speaker, but also, she can detect a little bit more, because, like, how, like,
She's tough.
she's had to live both worlds, like her dad was telling her to do, right? So she has to figure out kind of how to like blend and like how to adapt, and she adapted, and I think she adapted like a little bit of maybe heightened senses too, which is tight. And in the comics, does she have heightened senses like a little bit because she's deaf, or is it just that she can mimic or do like the photographic reflexes like Taskmaster?
I'm assuming it's the reflexes.
Okay.
But if it was this heightened senses, yeah, she's definitely tough about the Earthman.
Right.
Yeah, I think she's kind of just built up skills like Kate has, like in her upbringings, and I mean they kind of showed that getting into episode 3 in the start of that, like just showing her backstory and whatnot.
I definitely like kind of want Echo to become Taskmaster. Just throwing that out there.
Taskmaster versus Echo.
For the right of Echo and for the whole costume. Fuck.
There ain't no way, man. Tony Masters too.
He's like Taskmaster dead. Taskmaster.
Tony Masters too OP, bro. But okay, so we start out the episode flashback to Echo's childhood, where she's dealing with being deaf and she's like not quite used to it yet. We also find out that she's a paraplegic. I'm sorry. An amputee. An amputee.
Do your research before you talk out loud, kid.
And we find out that like I think it was dope. So like in the comics, I think it's like she sees somebody playing the piano, right, and then she goes up and she plays the exact same tune, but she's deaf. So everybody's like, what? You know? But like I think it's dope that in here they kind of like showed that beginning of her like learning things by like taking out that kid that took out who is Kazi Young, actually. So Kazi and Echo knew each other from like a very young age. But like they show like Kazi getting taken out a certain way, and then they flash to Echo after like she's already watched him and about to fight him, and her dad gives her that advice, and she does the exact same move that he just did to take him out. I just thought that was dope. What did y'all think? What did y'all think about that?
I thought she was gonna destroy him. I'm not gonna lie. just like I thought, just doing 3 tap. But I don't know. It was just crazy because like I'm not sure if I caught it, but do they show her with the amputated leg as a child?
They do, yeah. My girlfriend actually pointed out.
The Taekwondo contest.
Okay, because I remember seeing it when she's an adult, but I don't remember seeing it when she was a kid.
Yeah, she walked up and they like showed her foot as she was walking up, and then the kid looked at her foot and then kind of was just like, "Oh man, she's gonna lose." Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
Get your ass whooped.
exactly, and then he just got put on his ass and
he said,
like,
he said, "But meat nap, nap." Hello. I would say, but yeah, I thought that was kind of dope, and it makes me more excited to see what they're gonna show as to how that happened.
yeah,
Like, I feel like,
yeah. I wonder.
what if it's some Avengers type stuff? You know what I mean? What if it's 2012 all over again?
Well, yeah, I wonder if like also if her injuries have, or like if she was deaf from birth, or if she like became deaf and during that maybe there was an explosion and her leg also went in that, or like, you know what I mean? Like something could have happened.
She wasn't born deaf. She became deaf.
Okay.
I think her leg was a part of something she was born with, though.
Okay.
But her death came later on. Where in the episode do they show a sneak peek at Vincent D'Onofrio, aka Kingpin?
Man, they right before, is it right before or after she fought?
This is right before.
Like, you're gonna go home. You're gonna go home with Uncle or something like that. And then you see his arm, and she's smiling at him like, "Oh, it's Uncle."
And then you hear his
But,
little
like,
chuckle.
Man, that was clearly, yes. Thank you for pointing that out. Like, that was definitely his little chuckle, right?
Like,
That was totally him.
it-
In his arm.
that too. In the suit, clean suit. But when he did that, it reminded me of Thanos when he first met Gamora. You know how he's like, "Hello, little one," just kept grabbing her by the chin. Kind of reminded me of that.
Definitely got some Thanos adoptive daughter vibes from that dude.
Okay, so if that is Kingpin,
Mhm.
why is there all this talk of fans will be blown away by the comic depiction we've done of him? He's not, look, from what we see right here at least, he doesn't look like the bloated, bald, blubberhead.
I was
that we
thinking that
know.
same thing.
But that's also when she's a kid.
He looks the same. He looks the same.
It looks like regular his arm.
Yeah, but see, that's when she's a kid.
True, he could have gotten fatter over time.
But huh?
Hey man, remember, you have to remember, Kingpin is also very strong.
Yeah,
He is built like an ox.
He
Damn
could have
near-
some buff arms and then just have a chubby body.
He can fight the Hulk if he wanted to,
Might have a headache, man.
like base Hulk, as long as Hulk doesn't get angry. But you know, that's about it.
Yeah, Kingpin's gonna go
I
for
don't
some
know.
kidney
Yeah,
shots.
exactly. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think, I don't know. Either he's gonna, because I guess they did put fat on Chris Hemsworth's arms, but like, did they only put it at the top, or did they put it on like the forearm area?
They put it on everything up to the neck.
Well, he was like basically in a sweatshirt the whole time, or had his arms covered up the whole time, though. Actually, now that I think about it.
We're in
No.
a flesh puffer
no,
jacket.
no,
almost.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Echo, if she, okay, so that's my fantasy, is her becoming Taskmaster. But if that doesn't happen, she's definitely gonna join the 10 Rings.
And that's why they're talking about dragons.
Yep.
Exactly.
Man, that would be amazing. I think that would just be tight.
It's a perfect
That's a perfect
segue for it.
way to do it. And then like maybe, and depending on like the flow of everything, because you know they're gonna do that like spin-off 10 Rings show with Jai Ling.
Yep.
Depending on like the flow of that, like Echo, well, it seems like Echo's coming out first, so Echo might lead into the 10 Rings. You know what I mean? That would be pretty cool.
And I think whatchamacallit, if they have Helen in the 10 Ring show, she's gonna be like the next Black Widow project. That's gonna lead into that too.
I can see that.
Kind of the same.
Just all these females just getting ready to do A-Force. that could be dope, actually.
A-Force .15
Yeah.
in action, not stills.
But Echo is still fucking clueless for how smart she kind of is, because she don't know who the fuck Ronan is still.
Yeah, she lets her emotions get the best of her with that one.
You can really
And
tell,
why? You know, why? Because that man killed her daddy-o. It's crazy. But is that really Clint? Is my whole thing. That's my whole thing. Could
No.
it
It
be
has to be.
someone else?
I mean, but they don't give us a date.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Clint in the comics, right, was trained in swordsmanship by swordsmen. So, who's to say this man, swordsman, wasn't wearing the costume before or the costume somehow after and figured out it was Clint, and that's why he wanted the sword back? Or maybe, like, I also heard that, like, maybe, like, the sword is actually his and Clint stole it from him at some point. That would be pretty dope. But, like,
That would be pretty fucking awesome.
yeah.
I can see that.
Like, and then that's why he went to the auction and wanted. He was like, "I want my sword back." And maybe he was if he was the Ronin beforehand, that could be like the whole thing there. And then he gets like messed up by Hawkeye and is just like gets his outfit taken, and he's like, "Oh man, well, I guess that's it." But also, like, back to, like, I think one of you guys were saying it. He could be good, or was that Justin? I don't know. Either way, back to like whole he could possibly be good thing. What if he like is good, and like also went through like taking out like a whole bunch of gang members? But I don't know.
Oh, some Robin Hood type stuff.
Mm-hmm. I think it's just like, I don't understand how like Echo's gonna become an anti-hero if Clint's the one who killed her dad. Is kind of where I'm going with this whole thing. Because if Clint is the one who killed her dad, she's gonna be just out for Clint for blood for I don't know how long. But then it's like,
Until Clint dies by somebody other than her hand.
I would have just said it was a Winter Soldier. You know, everybody seems to get away with that one.
for real.
But I mean, like, that definitely goes back into what I was saying, like them killing Clint off.
I honestly don't think he's
Because
gonna die. I think they
he's gotta
want.
die.
They want to keep. I feel like they want to keep the people who want to stay. Otherwise, then like the continuity for those characters is just gonna end and die off. But like, I think in future Avengers movies for sure, like we could see Clint die. But like, I don't think that like. I feel like they got.
No. I don't think he's gonna die in this TV
Oh,
show.
okay.
No,
But eventually,
God,
is what
no.
I mean.
If he died in this TV
That's
show,
what I thought you were
would-
saying. I was gonna say no.
No, they wouldn't do that, nor can they do that. No, I think in the future, after Young Avengers and West Coast Avengers gets established a little bit more, we possibly get Vision's family, we get the Midnight Suns completely introduced, and we're done with the whole Kang variants and saga for the most part, up until like Iron Lad at least. I think then he'll probably take his exit route. Probably the same time as Tom Holland, honestly.
I feel it.
Honestly, Tom Holland saying that he doesn't want to play Spider-Man when he's 30 irked me a lot.
Bro, I'm sorry.
That was
Like, you
so
know,
angry when I
was
heard
like,
that.
I saw the post, or I saw the caption, and I was like, you're not doing anything wrong because you're still Spider-Man. You're doing something right. What do you mean? Like,
That's what I'm saying, bro. And
What?
like, first of all, this is disrespectful to Tobey Maguire because I'm pretty sure he was like 30 when they did Spider-Man
for
2.
real, he definitely was. Yeah, I don't know, that whole thing. I was just like, come on, man. Like, I also, what do you think about this? I think that maybe possibly Echo won't find out who Ronan is
Yeah, he was
until
31 filming
later.
Spider-Man.
He was what? Sorry.
He was 31 filming Spider-Man 2.
Oh yeah, disrespect. But okay. I think Echo might possibly not find out till later who Ronan is. and maybe then there's some sort of revenge plot later on.
She teams up with Yelena.
And then she comes back to this time like emotionally, and then just like takes it out on him, and he dies, you know. And then that's her. That would be a crazy arc for
See, it
her.
makes me want to know, how will she find out? You think Clint's gonna tell her, or she's gonna do her own sleuthing, or Julia Louis-Dreyfus' character is gonna come in and tell her?
She's definitely coming in.
She could, yeah, I could see her coming in and telling her.
She's 100%.
Yeah, she
coming
loves to
in.
stir up the pot real good. Just
It's been their whole MO for all the Disney Plus stuff, and I think with both Echo and Yelena having a vendetta for Hawkeye is a great way to one set up how you can kill him off or redeem himself, because you know you got two people coming from the same cause. But you know, the enemy of my enemy is also my friend. So you get them to team up. Then they both have a common enemy together. Then they all three team up. Then they're rocking with each other. You know what I'm saying?
That would be cool. Yeah, I would like that.
And I would love
And then
that.
they
See
take
it-
down Kingpin.
Exactly, and all four of them, including Kate Bishop, just be like stance at the end. Yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would rock with that.
100%.
That would be amazing.
That'd be 100% it. So we've gotten through Ronin's
Oh my
assassination of all the tracksuits, and now we are at Echo interrogating Hawkeyes, and then
This shit was wild, man.
yeah. So okay, let's get to this. Echo has no idea who Ronin is, but is suspicious of them both. So she interrogates them. Clint claims Black Widow killed Ronin. Echo can either detect he's lying or just tell he's lying. Clint escapes and gets the hands put on him by Echo until he gets a bow, and then he starts putting the hands on her. Before he gets the bow, his damn hearing aids get f***ed up, and then he's like deaf, so it kind of throws him off. And then Clint does this crazy shit where he jumps off the balcony, does a side like flip, and shoots Kate and Kazi in the ear. Kate's restraints and Kazi in the ear. Bro, this whole
prime Hawkeye action right there.
was amazing. The
Camera
tone
work
was
for the
set.
show is
Yeah, dude, that
The
slowdown was
tone was
amazing.
Oh my god, yeah. Camera work, OP.
Yeah, the interrogation, man. I can't believe one that Hawkeye isn't admitting it. Like, I know all these people are out here trying to kill him, but at the same time, if you kill an Avenger, you're hit list number one for everybody and their mother, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, you're not going to kill him regardless if he does admit it. So, for him to not be admitting this and blame it on Black Widow, for one, blew my mind and broke my heart. I was like, how and why would you do such a thing?
I mean, because
blame it on the cops.
you got to think of it this way. It's like, she technically did kill Ronan. When she came and got him, that was it.
Yeah.
No more
So
Ronan
he's not
activities.
technically, he's not lying, but he is lying.
It could be part of his emotions that got into it, so she thought he was lying.
We don't know how old Echo is when she's going through the house and seeing her whole crew getting destroyed by Ronan.
Uh-huh.
But based on how she looks and how she looks now,
It was
we
recent.
could almost assume it's pretty recent, probably within 5 years.
Yeah, maybe it was the more recent side of the 5 years.
And if we're in the end of 2024, Clint's only had his family back for a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
That whole other time he was Ronin.
Mm-hmm.
So that had to have been him in the shop for one.
Well, maybe he was running up until Endgame.
He was.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah. Definitely could be him.
When does Endgame take place again, though?
23, yeah.
They were gone for 5 years.
Yeah.
See, this is why they need to start putting these timestamps on this, man. Guardians of the Galaxy can't be the only thing that have like some
every-
sort of indicator on what's going on.
Bro, they have in some of the movies they got the biggest like 2012, you know?
Yeah, man.
2012,
This is-
and then the
oh.
location. It's just like, bro, I'm thinking you gotta just start every series just by like telling us where we're at. Don't be like present day if it's not present day, because we are not in 2025. You know what I mean? Or 2024.
Facts.
It's like, how are
Maybe
we
they
in
just
present
stopped counting
day?
daylight savings a long time ago, so they're really in 2025.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, like, come on, like, give us like
They're on Kang the Conqueror time, obviously.
for real. It's just like you gotta be more clear about where we're at and how we got here, or just tell us where we're at so we know in the timeline, because it's gonna get complex.
Let's get into this car chase,
Bro, this
man.
car chase.
Car
scene-
chase was
Oh,
crazy.
the Disney Plus chase?
The Disney,
The Disney Plus day chase.
Yeah. And then we got to see the actual ending of this Disney Plus chase. And what happened, bro?
Oh.
What happened?
The Challenger still got destroyed.
The Challenger still got destroyed. That's right. That is right. No, we're just kidding. But yes, it did. No, we get to see probably the coolest piece of tech since Spider-Man suit, probably, until this next Spider-Man movie come out. But yeah, we see the Engorgio arrow from Hawkeye, designed by Hank
Are you
Pym,
talking about the expansion
with the
jutsu?
words, expansion jutsu. Two. And we've only seen the giant-sized formula, I'm gonna call it for now. We've only seen that happen twice. Once in Civil War and once in Ant-Man. And for them to implement it into a weapon now,
Wait, 3 times
and for
actually.
how new
Oh yeah, 3 times. Yeah.
Endgame.
Endgame.
and Endgame, you're right.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man swinging out his hand.
When them having this tech now involved into a literal weapon instead of the device itself just being thrown, shows that one, Hank Pym is alive. He's alive, still working on technology for some people, because this arrow has definitely been something that is not old. He ain't have this before or after he was Ronin. This is brand new. So I'm for the trick arrows for them to be talking about makes me think about more. Maybe he designed all of those arrows as well. Are they still in constant contact? And are we going to see Ant-Man in this series?
That is a good point, because I also heard earlier today. So like in like one of those TV spots, Eleanor is like, my daughter's helping you with an Avengers level threat. Like in this next episode, we'll see this scene where she says that, and it or maybe, or possibly not, who knows, but like it seems like that's where we're going. And then so like it's like people have been speculating, and also somebody else was saying that the ending of this show is crazy, I think on the team, that you're gonna be blown away by like what we did with the Hawkeye story, of our version of the Hawkeye story, and I was just kind of like, oh, okay, like what could this mean? And then in one of these TV spots, you also see some blue lightning. So it's like, ain't nobody got blue lightning besides Thor at this point. Electro goes from blue to yellow now, so it's like you gotta eliminate him. Plus Sony. So it's like, man, could there be some Avengers at the end of this series? But also, like, it's Hawkeye's first solo project, and they're notorious for saying that lovely line they like to say, where it's like, we didn't want to take away from the main character, even though it would have made the story better. And it's like, I don't know, but
During that Avengers level threat trailer though, when Kate's mom is talking, that's inside their house. So that makes me wonder, like,
that's what I'm saying.
if Jacques found them, got caught with the sword out, and she, it was like, let me handle this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
Let me invite you over for dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's talk about this in private.
And then you'll never be around
Why,
Emily.
why actually are you here? Because I'm
Also-
doing some sus shit.
I definitely think he has more arrows. Now that I think about it, when he said there's arrows way more dangerous than that one, we've only seen 2 more dangerous than that. So, yeah, he's definitely got more.
I just like how it shows his full arsenal. Well, like more of his arsenal, you know. Everybody just sees him with these explosive arrows and regular arrows.
And then, of course, the famous USB arrow.
You don't even want to see what this is gonna do.
Oh my god.
But it's dope because it's also kind of a callback to What If with Zola.
Yeah. And when he in Avengers, because in the first Avengers, he
Yep.
brainwashing and man, his aim is impeccable. That was a great. So they do their whole famous jumping off of the bridge, grappling onto some shit, swinging onto this grappling hook, and then, despite Hawkeye having no idea what Kate is saying during this whole scene, and at this point, they have been completely on the same page. I think that's amazing. I don't know where it came from, and I think that if that continues, that would be a really good. Basically flip a coin and you got the same person. Like either side will land and be the same person. That would be funny, I think. What did y'all think about that?
Yeah, I like how she smirked at him when he repeated everything she just said.
Yeah. Like, we need to take that dog for a walk. That killed me. I was like,
That was so funny.
oh
He's
my
been locked
God.
up all day.
You should really take that dog for a walk.
You can tell she wouldn't laugh at him either because she knew she couldn't hear him.
Yeah. Oh, that was funny. Amazing synergy there, man. And then it's followed by the most tragic scene in the whole of the MCU. I'm gonna say, bro, because man, I was about to tear up, man. This man couldn't even communicate with his kid, and like his kid was asking him all these really tough questions, man. And it's just like the weight of both. I can't even imagine. And he played it really well, man. He just like
Yeah, he sold that
I
very
think
well.
I think he opened up like his like, what if my kid felt this way in that scene? Because it was just like, man, I feel you.
Kate's the real hero in that one though because she acted very fast.
She did, yeah.
If that was me, I would have like,
Like, what am I doing? What do I do?
I don't know sign language. That'd be my first thing. I don't know sign language.
Yeah. And then we catch up with Kazi and Echo. And they're arguing. Kazi's like, "Are you sure we should be doing this?" And Echo's like, "Bitch, who do you think you are? I'm in charge." I thought, man.
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
Without saying anything.
Yeah, seriously. Do you guys remember hearing a plant reference to more dangerous people in this city? I feel like he's referencing to Kingpin. Remember, they're in New York throughout all of this. Ooh, where does Kingpin like to roam around? New York! Wet Dream Tomato.
Man, and we hear that uncle again, and yeah, definitely Kingpin. It's gotta be Kingpin. Who else would it be? Like, you're not gonna have a surrogate father, you're gonna have an uncle.
They've done so good with like keeping stuff from the comics too, so it's like, why not? Come on.
So, and then they go to this nice little Asian woman who doesn't want to help them at first, and then wants to help them afterwards because she's gonna get paid, and fixes his hearing aids. And Kate is babbling on and on and on and on and on and on about whatever she's talking about, and he's just got his hearing aid out still, and then he puts it in at the end of her whole sentence. And he killed me, bro.
Can I get some
I
more
was
coffee?
like, how you just gonna ignore her whole state right now? And then what? This is where we get the scene where he's like, I am not a role model, right?
Yeah.
Man,
And
How do
like,
you not think you're a role
Kate,
model?
Kate got hurt from that because she's like, well, you're a role model to me.
Exactly. And he's like, well, I'm not a role model to my kids. I am here. Like, still feeling that wound from talking to his kid, little Nate.
Yeah, that's where you can separate the human from the hero with him.
Uh-huh. I thought that, man, that scene just, like, it puts the weight on it, man, because, like, you see him go there in Age of Ultron, chill with his kids. They're so happy to see him. He leaves. Next time you see him, he's retired, chilling with his kids. They disappear. Next time, it's just like always something comes up. Especially, I mean, with every superhero, always something comes up. Because, like, you know, as we saw in Spider-Man got done with Mysterio and then went home and was like, Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Cool. And then the whole Spider-Man movie is about to happen. So it's like, this stuff just, like, doesn't stop for a hero, man. And that's what he was trying to explain to her. Like, this life, you gotta make a sacrifice. And your sacrifice is gonna be your time with the people you love, you know?
Yep.
Sucks. What were you saying, Trey? King Tut!
I was gonna ask, how much has the mayor been referenced?
None.
Because there is a storyline in the comics where Kingpin's the mayor of New York City.
That is true. Yeah.
And for him to kind of be able to walk into a public place and not treat her father, but kind of address her father the way he did, shows his amount of power, but not in a mobster type of way, because that was a family event, you know, that's a taekwondo for kids. So I'm wondering if maybe he's the mayor right now, and that's why they're so keen on, one, her calling him uncle instead of referring to him as a street name, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And two, why they actually fear him, because, you know, any real person working in the underground knows that once you take out the person above you, you become the biggest person. But if you're taking out somebody in a public light, you have the target of 1 million more people who are on the streets and not underground.
He's trying to take him out on the sly because he knows who he is, even though he's not disclosing it to everybody. He knows exactly who's at the top. Which is what he explains to Kate in the same scene, because he's like, you know, tracksuits are just bumbling idiots, pretty much.
There's always someone more dangerous.
There's always somebody more, you know, at the top of that.
And Kingpin is very vicious.
He is ruthless. That man is ruthless, as we saw in Daredevil.
Yeah.
So
we finally get the dog's name, bro.
Oh my god, I was so happy she was sitting there just going through it. She's like, pizza dog. I was like, ah, yeah.
And she draws the comic accurate Hawkeye too. That was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, he's like, what's that on his face?
That's an H, and these are wings.
It's an H for Hawkeye. She was so confident in that too.
She was. She was like, "This is great." Then he was like, "No, it is not." And then this is where they go to the penthouse because they figured out they wanted their next move to be going and finding out more information on Kazi. I think it was. Didn't they look up Kazi?
Yeah.
And then while they're doing that, Clint gets a little suspicious of the surroundings for some reason. I don't really understand how you picked up on it, but he gets suspicious of the surroundings and then goes into this room, and then he's met by the Ronin sword, which is being held by Jack Duquesne, aka Swordsman.
Dun,
Do you all think that they have a prior relationship in this world that is going to be talked about in this next episode, or do you think they're just gonna brush past it and be like, like that's it?
I mean, judging it how he didn't kill Clint at the beginning, something held him back from it, because obviously this man don't care.
Or he just wanted to have a pleasant conversation real quick,
Yeah,
and then kill him. Be like, remember that sword that you took from me? I got it. It's mine now.
Yeah, see, it makes me wonder. It also makes me wonder, like, how far after that Avengers level threat scene is it from him being caught? I feel like it's like gonna be like right after, or it's gonna be like a bunch of filler stuff in between.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of like, I don't know if it's gonna be this next episode, but at some point she's gonna ask, so my daughter's helping you with an Avengers level threat? But it doesn't make sense unless she is technically, I don't know.
It's so many variables.
They gotta knock that dude out if they're gonna talk to his mom. You know what I mean? Like somehow he's gotta be out of the picture or something.
I really want him to get knocked the hell out.
And that is our cliffhanger we leave on. What are your thoughts overall about Hawkeye so far, real quick?
Leave it in the comments right below. Let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think.
Like, subscribe.
We want to know.
Hit the bell.
We gotta know.
We want to know. We want to know.
We need to know.
I need it.
Peace, love, and chicken grease.
Peace out!
Yeet.